Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today I'll be talking about Sony's Sinister Six project, what Ionic Productions LLC is, and more of the Mandarin in the future of the MCU. Now let's get started. On Deadline's Hero Nation podcast, Anthony D'Alessandro revealed that one of Sony's long-term goals is to make a Sinister Six project, saying because Sony's always kept outside of the current Spider-Man stuff they're doing with the MCU, Sony's always kept their Marvel stuff separate, and with this Venom, they're actually going to connect to the Spider-Man universe that's being set up within the MCU. So that's very interesting. But I know that one of their long-term goals is to make a Sinister Six project. That's kind of the project we're all waiting for, their version of the bad guys from the Spider-Man universe. And this is interesting, but also might not make too much sense. It's quite obvious that we're going to get the Sinister Six in Spider-Man No Way Home, and it seems very likely that Venom will be the final member. But if Sony's trying to make their own alternate Sinister Six, who would they fight? They could of course always make two different Sinister Six movies, but what are they going to do that's going to top, or even come close to the same level as Spider-Man No Way Home? Like, they can definitely make the team, because they have the characters. We have Venom, Morbius, Vulture, Kraven the Hunter, maybe Carnage if he doesn't die in Venom 2, and you can fill in the final spot with literally anyone else. But again, that alone won't top No Way Home. And while it may be a good idea, I don't know how fans would react to a movie focused on the villains and Spider-Man as a secondary character. Also, with the way that Sony's making their universe, these so-called villains are actually more like anti-heroes, or in some cases, full-on heroes. Venom fought Riot and now Carnage, Morbius is fighting his best friend Loxias Crown, and Kraven will take on his half-brother the Chameleon. So who could be the bigger threat that the Sinister Six will join together to fight? In my opinion, a movie like this would have made more sense for the plot of The Amazing Spider-Man 3. As they were already set up in the previous movie, they would have been real villains, and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man would have had to take them all on at once. But not so much in Sony's current Spider-Man universe. However, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what their plan really is. Next, the Ronin.org has confirmed that Ionic Productions is in fact the Marvel Studios LLC. And while we don't know what it actually is, Ionic could have something to do with the character's powers, like Rogue, or more likely Wonder Man. As Nathan Fillion was set to cameo as Wonder Man in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, there was art of Wonder Man in a WandaVision promo, and Fillion also voiced Wonder Man in Hulu's Modok show. But of course, it could also have nothing to do with Wonder Man or Rogue, and could be for something completely different, like the Dark Avengers. So we'll just have to wait for more information. And lastly, on the podcast They Call Us Bruce, journalist Jeff Yang, who acted as a cultural consultant on Shang-Chi, revealed that given what they had in Tony Leung, I would have hoped that they would have made it a little more clear that he has other places to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'll just leave it at that. And what this most likely means is that we'll see the Mandarin return through flashbacks in Shang-Chi 2, maybe we'll see a Skrull version in Secret Invasion, or maybe Marvel has plans to flesh the character out more in a prequel project and show us how he got the 10 rings, which could then lead into the introduction of Fin Fang Foom. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Who do you think Sony's version of the Sinister Six will fight? Would you prefer Ionic Productions to be Rogue, Wonder Man, or someone else? And are you glad that we'll get to see more of the Mandarin in the MCU? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.